The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the punter, Jake Camarda, set to do the honors, and off we go now from Tampa. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the... Here we go. Right to the air is Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
On one, right?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Once again, they run with Mixon, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On one, right?
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Burrow now off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. He'll get this out to his running back, P. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 29-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll look to throw. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. They run for it with Mixon. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Hayden Hurst, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shouldering the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
And some room to roam now. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. Ryan Succop for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Here we go. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Burrow. He'll buy some time right. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a first down.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Joe Tryon Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
After the sack on first down, Burrow. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
And that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken in at the 22. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 57 yards. Now Bernard. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They'll run again with Bernard. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Brady going to try and throw on third down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Giovanni Bernard from 4 yards out. And the Buccaneers have moved out in front. Extra point put through by Suckup. And that makes the score 14-7. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
I'm wondering.
The Bengals drive about to get going. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived, as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Now a carry for P-Rod, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's Burrow. He sets to fire deep.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers will take over here just shy of the 30.
Partner, when you're playing cover two, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Here's Brady. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Here's Bernard. And he is going to lose yardage here. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Play action. Now it's Brady.
Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
The pass is caught by Cade Otton.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. They fake the handoff. Now Brady.
That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half.
And the Bucs would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And it's now 21-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
And they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now a carry for Bernard. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a play fake. Brady looking downfield for Godwin. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa.
They'll run it here with Bernard. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Again, here's Bernard. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Bernard. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Shotgun now for Brady. He completes it to Evans. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Brady's throw here into the hands of Jones. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They run the counter. Bernard. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. He drops it off for Bernard. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll run. This is Bernard. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Bengals will get the football back. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. Now here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
On play action, it's Brady. Finding Otten once more. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line...
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Giovanni Bernard, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Buccaneers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out. He's got a man complete. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 81 yards. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
You got to understand situational football, because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On play action, now Brady. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Jones will come now in motion right. Now Brady. Escaping the pressure right. Airing this one out for Evans. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Von Bell.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Now he exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
A good pickup there, a 22. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Eluding the pressure right.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins.
Touchdown, Bengals.
It's T. Higgins with a touchdown pass from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit. And you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. Brady going to go on 4th down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling?
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
On one, ready?
Burrow.
That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. To throw is Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the gut, Fournette. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know somebody crowd the line of scrimmage. If they do pop one, it's going to go.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And a little bit of a surprise they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.